This man's name is Mike. He is an American soldier who is a sniper. He is saying goodbye to his girlfriend Jenny in the airport because he is about to leave for duty. He then flies in a helicopter to his next job. In the next scene, Mike and his friend Tommy are on a cliff looking out over a desert, waiting for someone they are watching to show up. Tommy loves to talk a lot, but Mike is more serious. They see many people walking on one side and several armed vehicles coming from the other side. As soon as the car stopped, the young son of the terrorist got out first, then the main wanted terrorist, 65-year-old Syed Asif, who Mike was looking for. As Tommy and the voice on the radio urge Mike to carry out the attack, he figures out that everyone is there for a wedding, and the target could be the groom's dad. Things get even more complicated when the groom and bride stand in the way of the target. Mike is told to kill the groom to reach his goal, but he can't bring himself to hurt an innocent person. Mike tells his command center that he can't find the target. Then they see armed men watching over the ceremony. Shots are fired. The target runs away right away, and Mike and Tommy have to run back because men with guns are chasing them. While they run, they break their GPS and hide behind some rocks. The armed men begin to walk toward the rock, but Mike quickly comes up with a smart way to distract them and send them the other way. After getting away from the armed men, the two ask for help to leave but are told they have to walk across the desert to reach a village that's 5 hours away, where they can be picked up. They start walking, facing sandstorms and very hot weather. Tommy tells Mike fun stories about his son who is at home. Tommy notices that Mike is quiet and looks upset, so he encourages Mike to share what's bothering him. Mike tells him that he is struggling to ask his girlfriend, Jenny, to marry him. Tommy teases him for being so scared, but he also tells him that at first marriages can be tough, but you learn how to handle it over time. As they walk through the desert, the wind blows a warning sign just in front of them. Mike pays attention to the sign because he remembers that 33 million landmines have been buried in the desert over the past 40 years. Tommy tells him it's just a trick to scare off enemies. Mike is being careful and thinking about the warning sign. Tommy walks a few steps ahead of Mike, going backward and joking around, teasing Mike for thinking too much. Suddenly, a clicking noise is heard, and then there is an explosion. Tommy had stepped on a landmine. As his hearing fades for a moment, Mike moves closer to Tommy and hears another click from where he just put his foot down. He stands still in surprise as the sand from the explosion begins to settle. Tommy miraculously survived the accident, but his legs below the knees were cut off. Tommy shouts and shakes because he is hurting. Mike can't move, so he tries hard to help Tommy relax. When everything feels hopeless, Mike mentions Tommy's son, which inspires him a bit. This helps Tommy manage to give himself the morphine that Marines keep in their front pocket. Then, Tommy tries to grab his radio, but the pain hits him hard again. When Mike sees that Tommy is hurt, he suggests taking his foot off the landmine to help him. Mike thinks that maybe the landmine he stepped on is old and doesn't work anymore. Tommy tells him not to take that chance, and to make him listen, Tommy takes out his gun and points it at Mike's head. He tells Mike he has to stay alive no matter what, and then he shoots himself. Mike cries out in sadness. He is all alone in the desert and can't move. He quickly gets tired of standing and kneels down. Mike knows he needs to get the radio next to Tommy, which is a few yards away. He ties his shoelace to an axe to drag the radio bag closer to him. But he finds out that the radio's battery is dead, and the spare one is with Tommy. Mike feels sad but comes up with a new idea. He puts together a simple way to charge the radio using sunlight. Mike can then reach out to his bosses. He asks to be rescued right away, but he is told that helicopters can't reach him because of ongoing sandstorms. If everything goes as planned, a group of vehicles will come to get him in about 52 hours. Mike feels annoyed by the reply. The major tells Mike to dig a ditch and jump into it, which would only cause him to lose a part of his arm or leg, but he wouldn't be in serious danger. Mike chooses to be strong and wait for help, so he sets a timer on his watch. Then a huge sandstorm comes in strong. He stays still and waits until the storm is done. When it's over, he notices that the storm has washed Tommy's body and the spare battery up close to him, but the radio has moved too far away for him to get it. Time goes by. Mike runs out of water and gets more and more desperate. Sometimes he thinks about ending his life. He sees a Berber walking towards him in a zigzag pattern. Mike wants to tell him about the landmine, but the Berber copies what he does and seems to tease him. Mike tries to share his experience with the Berber man, but the man insists that Mike needs to move forward. He grabs Mike's water bottle and walks away into the desert. Very thirsty and in a tough situation, Mike is about to drink his own urine when he sees a little Berber girl walking towards him with his water bottle. She gives it to him, and he is happy to find it full of water. Even though the girl doesn't talk, she uses her toy soldiers to show Mike that he needs to get off the mine and move forward. Mike tells her that he can't get up and asks the little girl to bring him his radio, but the girl doesn't get it. Feeling desperate, Mike becomes too noisy and frightens the girl. Later, when the sun begins to set, Mike plays some music on his phone and makes a fire. He hears animals howling far away, so he distracts himself by looking at pictures of Jenny on his phone and watching a video she made for him to wish him good luck. The fire goes out, and Mike falls asleep while watching his watch. His father suddenly appears and hits him, bringing back memories of the abuse he experienced when he was a child. This makes him wake up just before he falls. He is surrounded by wild animals. He tries to scare them away with his gun, but it doesn't work. The animals pull Tommy's body away. A creature moves towards Mike, but he uses his flashlight to aim and shoots it. The creature falls on a landmine, which explodes and frightens the other animals, making them run away. Morning comes. The Berber comes to see Mike again and tells him he's lucky to have made it this long. The Berber says he doesn't know where the landmines are, so he walks like that to avoid them. He thinks Mike is scared to move forward in life because he's not ready emotionally. He asks Mike why he became a soldier, and Mike replies that he had no reason to stay where he was anymore. At least this time the Berber comes on the radio, and Mike quickly replaces the battery, but it still doesn't work. Then the Berber holds Mike's face and tells him to be free. This makes Mike see the man as Tommy, who is telling him to live. But when Mike blinks, the Berber is far away. A little while later, Mike cuts his boot because his foot is hurting and swollen. He uses his knife to kill a scorpion. Then, it gets too hot, so he takes off his vest. It's obvious that what he's going through is taking a toll on his mind. He starts seeing things that aren't there and acts like they are real by yelling at them, hitting them, and getting really angry. Every time this happens, you can hear a clicking noise. He even sees Tommy's body standing up and saying they are going home, but then it disappears quickly. In the evening, Mike keeps trying to reach the base, but Tommy's hallucination tells him that he's just draining the battery. Right then, Mike's phone starts ringing, and he sees it's his dad calling. Tommy has to remind him that it isn't real. Mike gets angry and pushes Tommy away, and Tommy tells him that this is happening because Mike never dealt with his problems. Mike feels that leaving Jenny makes him as bad as his dad, but Tommy tells him he's not like that. A memory shows that Mike proposed to Jenny, but she said no because she believed he needed to work on himself first. In the present, Mike is about to fall asleep when the wild dogs come back. They set off a landmine and move away from the blast, but this time they stay. Mike fires his gun into the dark in front of him. Tommy warns him to be careful. Suddenly, a dog runs up from the side and bites Mike's arm, so he shoots it. Then Tommy helps him go ahead with the method his boss talked about. So, Mike starts to dig in the sand frantically. Sadly, the dogs jump on him to attack and knock Mike down before he can finish digging. This makes a landmine blow up and hurt him. As he falls down, Mike blinks and sees that the explosion was just a vision, but the dogs are really attacking him. Wanting to stay alive, he takes his knife and begins to fight them off one by one, getting bitten several times while doing so. While he fights, he keeps remembering the times he got hit before. As the sun comes up, Mike returns to reality. All the wild animals that attacked him are dead around him. Even though there were more animals than him, he was able to kill them all. Mike has been in the desert by himself for 45 hours, standing still with his foot on a mine. Then he gets a message from his boss saying that the rescue team is going to be late. The older person asks him if he can wait for 17 hours. Feeling really overwhelmed, Mike says he can't keep going. The major tells him that someone wants to talk to him. Mike then hears Jenny's voice. Mike quickly begins to say sorry to her for abandoning her, for causing problems, and for ruining everything he gets involved with. Then, he starts to imagine things and sees Jenny sitting on a couch in front of him in the desert. He tries to get to her, but he begins to feel weak. He starts to fall down when Berber grabs him, as if he appeared out of nowhere. The man begins to take care of Mike's injuries and shares a story about when he stepped on a mine that made him lose his leg. He tells Mike that losing his leg felt like losing everything important to him. But the hurt of losing his leg went away when he met his wife and had a daughter. He believes that no matter what happens in life, we should keep moving forward. Mike tells the man that he is lucky because his daughter, who brought him water, is very pretty and has her father's smile. The man tells Mike that he doesn't have a daughter anymore because she died in a mine explosion while they were out together, digging in the mines and putting in tin cans. Mike listens, surprised. The Berber says he's glad his daughter met Mike, but he needs to move on now. Then he walks away. Mike sees his daughter again, but she quickly disappears into the wind. Mike begins to see things that aren't there again. He sees his father, who hurt his mother while Mike could only watch. He sees his mother, who is very sick and won't get better. He remembers the happy times he had with his girlfriend. Then, he hears on the radio that the rescue team is nearby and they need him to tell them where he is. He grabs his flare, but before he can use it, the terrorists from earlier begin shooting at him from the hill. The gunfire causes a mine to explode close by, knocking the flare out of Mike's hand. He tries to shoot back, but he's too weak. Then, he thinks of his girlfriend, and that helps him find the strength to keep going. Mike then shoots his gun at the ground, causing explosions from nearby mines. This makes a cloud of sand and smoke, hiding him from the enemy. He quickly takes his sniper rifle and takes out the terrorists. The rescue team goes by, but the flare is still too far away. Mike remembers the Berber man saying that you should keep going forward. He decides to trust and moves ahead. Nothing changes, there is no blast. He discovers that the thing he stepped on was actually a tin can, likely put there by the Berber's daughter when she was still alive. So what the villager said has turned out to be true. All this time, the villager told him he could keep going with his life and return to his girlfriend. He told him that he can do it, and the only thing holding him back is fear. Mike feels thankful to be alive. He starts to cry a lot. He was maybe happy to know he would be saved, or maybe he was upset for not understanding what was happening. Then he fired the flare and fell to the ground. Mike laughs happily and finally gets the grenade, setting it off just as the convoy arrives to save him. Later on, Mike gets better and comes back to the USA. He meets Jenny again and is ready to help her have a better life. The movie ends here. Please, my family, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.